The Miata is always the answer. Growing up, I thought of it as just a meme of sorts, a mere exaggeration that stemmed from the fanatics of the famed Mazda MX-5. How could a humble two-seat convertible be the answer to, I don't know, everything? Okay, don't get me wrong, I've always liked the Miata, but I never really loved it until I actually got to drive one. A weekend with it was all it took for me to understand that saying better. It really is always the answer. What's a good convertible? A Miata. What's a fun rear-wheel drive car? A Miata. What's a decent car you can drive to work on weekdays but play around with on the track on weekends? A damn Miata. If you're looking for something highly enjoyable that's not a family car, the Miata's gotta be top of mind for you. What we're driving right now, however, is not your ordinary Miata. It's a cup car. You may have probably gotten that from all the road noise you're hearing right now, the stiff ride as you may probably see from all those camera shakes, the 5-point harness I'm wearing, and the roll cage right here. You may have also probably gotten that from the absurdly loud exhaust behind me. We're driving this because Mazda Philippines asked Alex Lim, aka Banaweboy, to break in one of the cup cars. To cut the long story short, we ended up with a cup car, and Alex with a Club Edition Miata, which we have today as a sport car. So these are the two cars we're driving today, and actually, saan nga ba tayo pupunta? We have specific destination.
Yeah, from Manila we went to CLLEX, and then we're going straight to Subic, and then after we're going to Clark, have coffee there, and then straight back to Manila.
We're just gonna drive for as many kilometers as we can.
Yep.
So yeah, let's head on out, I guess.
See you guys.
The purest driving experience in a Miata is with a manual transmission. That's what Top Gear Philippines Editor-in-Chief Dean Sotabamo told me. I say the most raw and unadulterated form of that is with this Miata Cup car. Underneath is a Cusco suspension setup that's been tuned to handle better through corners, but not to the point that it can easily break your back. As I mentioned, there's a roll cage and a 5-point harness, and that comes along with racing seats. There's also a fire extinguisher by the passenger seat, and that's mainly because this was meant to be driven on the track. But the not gonna completely ruin your back suspension is also proof that this was meant to be driven outside that, as a road legal car. Sure, the ride's incredibly stiff and it's noisy, but it's still something that you can drive from point A to point B and back without any mechanical or legal issues to worry about. Heck, it even has a working head unit with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to show that this is something you can drive daily if you want to. They didn't really swap out anything from this dashboard or the center console. The steering wheel has been replaced and it does lack ADAS, but let's face it, do we really want that? Mazda Philippines President Steven Tan told us that this isn't exactly a quote-unquote better car. It's merely one that's been equipped specifically for the track. And that's true. It still has the same engine underneath. They didn't exactly add a turbocharger, but they did change the gearing of the transmission for shorter shifts and more power down low. And to be fair, it does still feel like a Miata through and through, in a sense that it's a stupidly fun car that won't try to kill you. And that's also the beauty of this car. It gives people the chance to join a one-make race series that, to quote Mr. Steven Tan once more, is inexpensive and safe. But this isn't a review of the Cup car. This wasn't the shakedown. Mazda Philippines asked us if we wanted to help break in the Cup car, and we did because we wanted to. If anything, this drive was merely a celebration of the MX-5, one of the most fun cars ever built. Probably one of the most fun cars Alex or I or anyone else who's ever been behind the wheel of the Miata will ever get to drive. After 4 generations and more than 3 decades in, that first statement still rings true. Miata is always the answer.